British negotiators could be on the verge of reaching an agreement in the row over post-Brexit fishing rights. UK Brexit envoy Lord Frost was said to be prepared to lower his demands for future fishing quotas if Brussels agrees to back down in other areas of the agreement. Sources close to the talks say the UK is now willing to accept between 30 to 35% of the £590 million worth of fish caught by European boats in our coastal waters this year. Downing Street was previously insisting on reclaiming as much as 60% for British fishermen, with the EU setting its price for a deal at 25%. EU officials have been floating the compromise across hardline states, such as France and Denmark, to establish whether Michel Barnier has further room to maneuver. But it is feared the wrangling could still collapse over the EU's demands to slap Britain with punitive tariffs if the government decides to restrict access for European vessels to UK waters. The two sides still need to reach an agreement for the length of a transition period, during which generous catch shares European trawlermen enjoy would be gradually phased down. Britain has said it would accept a 3-year period, while the EU was asking for the new arrangements to be phased in over 7 years. But the two sides could meet in the middle ground with a 5-year transition period. Government sources rejected claims the UK has offered concessions on fishing quotas to secure a deal. The claim was dismissed by UK sources, who said they don't recognise those reports at all. Chances of the compromise offer ending in a deal hinge on Emmanuel Macron, according to EU diplomats. One said the French president would block any future concessions because he feels too much ground on the totemic issue has already been given. French Europe Minister Clement Beaune said, "There have been successive proposals from the UK, sometimes on fishing, that don't respond to European priorities and demands. Difficulties remain, in the fishing sector, but not only, so it would be an error of judgment and unacceptable stigmatization to say that a few countries or a few sectors are blocking." Boris Johnson warned Brussels last night Britain will walk away without a deal if it refuses to compromise in the final days of talks. The Prime Minister said the negotiations are stuck and told the EU it must accept the UK will take control of its laws and borders. Speaking from Number 10, he insisted the country can certainly cope with any difficulties caused by moving on to World Trade Organization rules from January 1.